So this video is going to be extremely short. It is honestly vocabulary that has been seen since Spanish 1. And so I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I have available for you on your course site and go through them really quickly. There's really only one thing that I want to mention to you at all. So this, when I do the screen share, is something that you have available to you already on your course site. You can look through it at your leisure and see affirmative and negative expressions in context. So you have a PowerPoint slide show here with 6 slides, and they essentially use affirmative and negative words, affirmative and negative expressions in context. So please take a look at that whenever you get a second. And the other thing that I want to show you will be another PowerPoint that you also have available for you on your Canvas site. So it looks like this whenever you start it. Then we have an example of affirmative and negative expressions and words in context there. When I say that y'all have been seeing this stuff since Spanish 1, a lot of people will already know that nada means nothing, and that is a negative word. And algo means something. Todo means everything. Siempre, if you see right here, siempre means always. Nunca means never. So many of these words, stuff that you've been learning since really maybe even the first weeks of the Spanish 1 course. Obviously, there will be some that will be new, and there's only really one that I want to highlight. The one thing to keep in mind in this whole PowerPoint would be that they have all of the affirmative words in green and all of their negative counterparts, or at least the way we see it as grammarians, in red. So we have more examples right here. And then I'm gonna go and show you this really quickly. Just 2 examples in context, and then the thing that I really wanna get to, which will be the last thing. So we have our affirmative word, algo, and they're telling you that algo in green, look down at here in green as well, means something, and nada in red, the negative word, look down here in red, meaning nothing. So once again, the affirmative word in green, the negative word in red, and ¿hay algo en la silla? Is there something in the chair or something on the chair? Algo, something, would be considered an affirmative word. And then, no, no hay nada en la silla. No, there is nothing, nada, on the chair. Then we have alguien and nadie. Again, the affirmative word or expression in green and the negative counterpart of such in red. So alguien means someone and nadie means, you guessed it, no one. ¿Hay alguien en el coche? Is there someone, or we could even say it as anyone in the car? No, no hay nadie en el coche. No, there is no one in the car. This is honestly what I wanted to get to, because it is the only thing that makes anything tricky about any of this. Let me find it. There we go. So we also have as affirmative and negative words alguno, ninguno. You'll see in later slides when you look at it on your own that it can also be algunos for plural, ningunos for plural. And then if we wanted to go into our feminine forms, we could have alguna, algunas, ningunas, and you get the point. So this right here, if you can see where I'm signaling to, is the important thing that you need to pay attention to. So let's look at the example so that this then will make sense, and this other stuff down here will also make sense. We have the question, ¿hay algún papel en la mesa? ¿Hay algún papel en la mesa? And that means, is there a paper on the table? Or it could also mean, is there some paper on the table? Algún, you will notice, is not in its form, which is alguno. And we need to know why. And it says right here, alguno, blah, 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 is shortened to algún, but when? It says before a masculine singular noun. So notice that the masculine singular noun is el papel. That is a masculine singular noun. Anytime that you want to say a or some, as you can see that I'm signaling right here, a or some, it would normally be alguno or alguna, unless it is before a masculine and singular noun like papel, and then it happens to, battery's running low. If alguno is what it would normally be, is before a masculine singular noun like papel, then what happens to it is it essentially loses its O and gains an accent. So it tells you down here, alguno, and we will see later on with ninguno, are shortened to algún and ningún before a masculine singular noun. And yes, only before a masculine singular noun. We can also see this in the answer. So remember the question was, ¿hay algún papel en la mesa? Is there a paper on the table, or is there some paper on the table? And it says, no, no hay ninguno, or no, no hay ningún papel en la mesa. So notice that when it says, no, no hay ninguno, we have the full form of this. No, there is none. But whenever the word ninguno would naturally be before a masculine singular noun like papel, it is shortened to ningún. No, no hay ningún papel en la mesa. Notice that they both mean the same thing, and the only time we shorten alguno to algún or ninguno to ningún is if they appear before a masculine and singular noun. You can look at all the other slides for more in-context examples, but pretty much it's going to be a matter of memorization. Can you memorize the affirmative words? Can you memorize the negative words? And then that is really the only grammar point that has any intrusion, I guess, onto affirmative and negative words and expressions.